How's it going, guys? It's your boy Poppy Wolf, and welcome back to another episode of Reincarnated the Slime. We're finally back, and man, oh man, there are things about to get started. This episode is titled Putting Everything on the Line, and it begins with a small recap of the Dragon Princess story. We go through I believe it honestly might be Melium's story. It seems like it's Melium. It looks like her, so I'm going to assume it's Melium. So this is the story of Melium's ascendance to become Demon Lord. We talked about it last episode already. I don't think we need to reiterate. I'll just speed through it. It's just telling the story of the dragon. The dragon didn't have a soul, so she had to kill her pet dragon that got revived with her when she became Demon Lord. And when she killed the dragon, that was known as the first thing she accomplished as a Demon Lord. Interesting stuff. You love to see it. Cannot wait to see what happens when we hear her side of the story, because I'm pretty sure it's probably more tragic. But then we jump over to the meeting of Rimuru and all the races of monsters that are there, and his little council meeting. And he explains to them his whole story. He tells them exactly, look, I used to be human. I existed in another world. I was reborn as a slime. I'm a monster. I feel at fault because I told you guys that I don't want you killing humans. I put you in that line of I put those circumstances on you because I'm a former human, and my bias has gotten everybody hurt and killed, and I apologize. And I think it's so awesome to see everyone just chime in and be like, no, we relied on you too much, or no, we should have been like, their hindsight for all that's happened is impeccable, and it's noted that, look, we probably got a little too lenient because we allowed you guys we allowed you guys to sorry, I'm distracted, my fucking family's loud. But they got too lenient on Rimuru's power. They got too dependent, and when they needed him the most, or when they couldn't have him, or they couldn't even get him where they needed him to go, they freaked out. And guess what happened? They couldn't achieve what they wanted. They felt like what's the animal? I'm trying to think of an animal that with its head cut off, it still moves around and scared. But anyways, they were scared. Their leader was gone. They were cut off from his connection, and that feeling of power and that they always felt was taken from them. It's such an interesting aspect how they put that into that sense. And I was just like, wow, you kind of hit the nail on the coffin with that one. Like, it really does make sense that you feel this, like, if you have a dynamic leader who's powerful and keeps you safe, it feels impossible to feel ever in danger. But when you take that away from them, like, true colors shown. To hear like Benny Maru even say, like, I was honestly afraid of losing people, and like, it's just like, wow, like, Jesus Christ, everybody is just opening up. And I think what's so sweet is that when Rimuru was like, are you guys okay with me used to be a human? Is that okay? Like, do you guys still follow me? And they're like, that doesn't make any difference. You're our leader. Rimuru Tempest is who we appointed as our leader. Whether you were human, whether you were a monster, that doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is this. And I think I love how one of the dwarves goes, like, so what's up with humans then? Like, what are we supposed to think? And he's like, look, there's good and bad humans in this world. I'm not going to ask you guys to hold out anymore. Look, my dream is just to make a world where we can educate humans and let them know, like, look, we're not all bad. We deserve the same rights as you guys. Just because we're monsters doesn't mean we're monsters. We come from a higher, we think, we feel, we love, we cry, like, we deserve all that. And it's so interesting that everyone's in accordance, like, yeah, like, that's something we want too. We want people to understand us. And like, it just breaks your heart because you look at the armies and how, like, they're marching on forward, and you're like, you people, like, really are taking these rights away from these living creatures because they're born different from you. It reminds me of the anime BNA, where, like, humans feel like people born with, like, this beast DNA are like, they don't like them because they're different. They're different homogeneous, but at the same time too, are they even that different? Are they really even that different from each other? It's something that's interesting and fun to play with. But as we continue through the story, we see, of course, the meeting is adjourned when Rimuru tells them, look, I'm going to attack well, they have the meeting first. They have the battle strategy meeting, and Rimuru appoints who's gonna fight who. I'm really interested. I mean, one for the west he sends Benimaru by himself. For the south he sends Gabiru and his men. The north he sends Sue and all the ninjas, and then to the west he has the old sensei dude, along with Gabo and Regard and a bunch no Regard Riguru, yeah, Rigor, and all the other goblins and riders and the Orc Lord King Orc, because he's ready to start this war. And I think what's something that's powerful is like it's the first loss this federation is ever, this kingdom, this like their own place is lost. This is the first time in both like in their lives where they've grown and something was taken from them. So I'm really interested to see how everybody fights. We're gonna get rematches with the Outworlders, who are holed up in the west. So that's gonna be cool to see. Um, and man, we love to see it. Of course, Shuna and Miolan are gonna be keeping the barrier up so the souls of the people don't leave. So when they get revived, the souls have a place to go. Um, it's just such a battle-oriented strategy. And I think I love the most is when Rimuru tells them, "Look, I'm gonna kill the Allied forces, which is the army of 20,000 people. Like that's the army I'm going." And there's a certain we shift over to his thoughts on like why did Claymore do this, and then is it Claymore purposely did this. Obviously, like he has set it up to where 20,000 souls, he wants to take them for himself. And I think people are like, I'm assuming he's gonna be the next villain of the next arc, but for now we're gonna see Rimuru's rise into Demon Lord. And I can only assume with his rise to Demon Lord, everyone who's connected by his name is gonna level up. I assume that's what happened to Miolan's dragon, because she turned into Demon Lord. Not only did the dragon come to life, but the dragon probably grew into size and became huge, because we've seen the legend that the dragon is fucking giant. That dragon is huge. So I can only assume that the reason why that dragon is huge is because when it gets revived, the power of Demon Lord, there's some of its, it splinters off. So I think that's how they're going to explain how everyone else is going to get a power up during their fights, is that when Rimuru accomplishes eating at least the 10,000 souls and he ascends to Demon Lord, everyone's going to get a power boost. And I'm kind of here for it, man. I really am. That's my prediction for the next episode, or at least what happens during this arc. Again, we still have a lot of episodes to go through, so I feel like the first half of this arc is going to end that way. But I'm just happy to see character growth and all the characters understanding, like, look, we may have been too complacent. Even Rimuru was like, I may have been too soft, and I can't have that no more. We need to set a standard to show humans like this. We have to force their hand to see us as what we are. I think it's something that I really predicted was going to happen this season, and I'm really happy that we're going this direction. We end the episode off pretty easily. We ended off with everybody marching off to their destination point to destroy the crystals. At that same time, the girls Miolan and Shuna ready to keep the barrier up so the souls don't go. And then we just see Rimuru towering over in the middle of the Allied forces, thinking, they took my friends, they hurt my family, they took something that's precious to me, they do not deserve forgiveness. And there's an interesting line that says, I will devour you all. He says something like, let it begin, or like, it's so interesting. It's so interesting to see him like have this perspective on these people. And I really hope during this whole battle when he's devouring them, of course he has to have some doubts about it, but I hope his conviction is strong enough to where he understands no, and that they provide fuel to the fire. Like they keep proving that his conviction is, in a sense, pointed in the right direction. As much as like he has regrets about doing this, the humans, the hate they spit, the hate they spell, and all this just revives him and revives his conviction to be like, no, I shouldn't even waver in this, because like as much as I want to give them hope, they're just showing me why I shouldn't. So this episode was really cool. I really liked it. I really liked the slow burn of this episode. It wasn't anything like last episode and the episode prior where it was just heart gasping. This was a nice episode to like reestablish what we need to do in the series. So I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. It was a B episode. It was good. I liked it a lot, but it wasn't average because I didn't. It wasn't like a quick throwaway episode. It wasn't that great, honestly, but it was still good enough to where I enjoyed this episode and I'm happy. It was definitely a build up episode, and most build up episodes always get a B for your boy. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for you. This is gonna be it for this episode. Your boy Poppy Will saying peace out, peace out, y'all. Remember 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you on the next video. Cannot wait. It's gonna be lit.